Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I am actually in the car alone today because Miss Judy doesn't work on Tuesdays and Annabelle is working from her home. So I'm going to work alone. This is a first time for everything. I feel like this rarely happens nowadays. I was able to turn off my central air, thank goodness, because it's been on, I feel like, for a week now. And I just don't like, I like the central air, don't get me wrong. You know, it's nice to have when it's needed. But at the same time, I don't know. Sometimes when I have the central air and I just feel like stuffy, you know what I mean? Like I need the fresh air blowing in, especially since our winters are so long. We, have the windows closed for such a long time in the winter. It's kind of nice to open up the windows and feel fresh air blow in. So today the high is going to be 82. Right now it's in the 70s, so not too bad. And then tomorrow the high is going to be 75. So I'm going to keep the air off today and tomorrow. So I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, so something kind of bad happened. Well, I'm not real sure. I don't know what happened actually with the dog, with Rocky Rococo. So my dog is very odd. He's a strange beast. He's a strange little boy. And when he was younger, which, he's going to be 3 in February. So he's only 2. So he's still just a baby. But when he was younger, and when I had my other dog, Snooky Louise, Snooky loved pig ears. And they, the butcher shop, they'll take the pig ears and they'll soak them in this like bacon syrup type thing, like this flavoring or whatever. And so I remember, we got Rocky, got the new puppy, thought I would get, both of them a pig ear to try, because Snooky really didn't like biting on it. She just kind of like licking it. Anyway, brought them home, and immediately Rocky started growling at the pig ear and could smell it. Like if it was in the room, he knew it was in the room and started acting really, really weird. Just like, almost like, I don't want to say possessed, but you know what I mean? Like just really like strange. Like he would look, he would be sniffing in the air, he'd be growling, not at us, but just like growling, like upset, like start barking, like, and then when I put it near him, he'd quick like run away. Like he was petrified of this pig ear. And I thought, that's just strange. And we tried it twice, thinking maybe the first time was a fluke. And then he like would act like that for like a good 24 hours. So even after taking it away or putting it out of the room or whatever. So anyway, very, very bizarre. Fast forward to not yesterday, but the day before. And you guys know, well, if you guys are avid watchers of my channel, I bought these treats. They're called Crazy Dog treats, and I get them at TJ Maxx. And they come in all different flavors. Well, I remember ordering a few of them around Christmas time from Chewy because there were like different flavors. They had like a nacho, a taco, a bacon, chicken, beef. They might have had a pizza one. I can't remember. So we had finished the beef bag, which he's definitely had before. And I went to grab a new bag, and I just so happened to grab the bacon bag. I'm like, okay. So filled his little treat container or whatever. And that night, so not last night, but the night before, I gave him one little treat, because I give him a treat every single time he goes outside. When we come back in, I give him a little treat. And they're just like these tiny, tiny, tiny little nuggets. And he kind of sniffed it at first, like, and then took it. So it was like not a big deal. So then yesterday morning, took him outside to the bathroom, gave him another treat. Judy and I went swimming yesterday, so we left quite early, but Annabelle was home with him. So anyway, gave him the treat like at 5:45 in the morning, and then I left to go swimming. I came back, and Annabelle was working. She was on a call, and I just took him outside, not knowing anything how he did that day. I came inside, gave him another treat. He ate it. And I noticed that there was like a washcloth on the carpet. I'm like, that's strange, so I pick it up, whatever. And Annabelle gets on her break and she's like, Mom, she's like, he threw up twice. I'm like, oh, that's weird. That's, I wonder what he got into or whatever. So I'm like rummaging through the house, trying to like figure out what he got into. So by this time he's had 3 treats. One from the previous night, one at 5:45, one when I got home like at 12:45. And then I'm like, well, let me see if I can like get him to go poop. Because then he started acting weird. He started acting like he was nauseated. His tummy hurt. He just couldn't get comfortable. He was like tossing and turning. And it was weird because the night before, he had woke up around 1:30. And I felt him like tossing and turning and kind of like thrashing a little bit, like he couldn't get comfortable. And I just thought, oh, that's really strange, whatever. But kind of just chalked it off as maybe he had a bad dream or something. So then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, well, let me try to get him outside, to go poop. So it was like 2:45 at this time. Got him outside to poop. Brought him back in, gave him another fucking treat. Because I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. I thought, okay, well, maybe he got into something. Annabelle had cooked eggs, like maybe, a piece of food or something like that fell on the floor, and he just, whatever. So again, around 2:45, gave him another treat. So then I start to thinking, and I'm like, what could it possibly be? I looked in his bed to see, like, because sometimes if he gets into something, like chews a piece of plastic or whatever, he'll bring it to his bed, and I'll like find the remnants there. So I was like looking for any evidence of anything that he, got into something, and I literally couldn't find anything. And then it dawned on me. He's never had that flavor of the crazy dog treats before. And the whole bacon incident with the pig ears. So now I'm starting to think, does this dog have an intolerance to bacon? Does he have an intolerance to pork? Possibly. So I stopped. The last time I gave him the treat was at 2:45 yesterday afternoon. He had a rough night. He had a rough day. So I would say he was up pretty much all night, all evening. I was contemplating on bringing him in to the emergency room, but he was still drinking. He wasn't eating anything. He had a tiny, tiny little bit of food that I tried to coax him to eat, which I probably shouldn't have, but whatever. And just thrashing throughout the night, shaking like he was in pain, like his tummy hurt, whatever. So I'm just like, oh shit, So then last night I took him for a little walk outside, just like around my area. I did get him to poop, so I thought, at least like to get the bowels moving. And then this morning we also took a little tiny walk just to get the bowels moving, and he did poop again. So I know that things are like moving through. He's not shaking that much anymore this morning. And when I said that because Annabelle's there too, so that was good. And whenever I say, hey Siri, turn on 80s music, he knows that I'm going to, get Annabelle for him, and he got excited. So that was good. Like he's showing, signs of himself a little bit. But man, I don't know. So I'm just, kind of keeping a close eye on him. Obviously not giving him bacon treats anymore because that's crazy, but I don't know. Is that weird? Have you guys heard of dogs like being not like allergic to pork, but have an intolerance to like bacon or something? I don't know. I've never given him bacon before, you know, but he just doesn't seem to care for that kind of stuff. So I was also thinking of maybe just like giving him a little bit of like chicken breast. But then again, I don't want to upset his whole system either by introducing another, you know, something that he's not used to. So I have his food out. And he's been drinking fine. So I do know that there's like not a blockage or anything because poop is moving through. He hasn't thrown up since yesterday morning, so that's good. So there's all these positives. It's just taking him a while because he's a sensitive dog. But anyway, I have to go. I'm running a little bit late. And I hope everyone has a great Tuesday. Leave your comments down below. And yes, all three of us will be on tomorrow. So bye, everyone.